Greetings to one and all. You are listening to MMJC Fortnightly Podcast. Recently, Securities and Exchange Board of India or SEBI, through its notification dated 15th June 2023, has notified certain amendments to SEBI Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirement Regulations 2015 or LODR regulations. Pursuant to this, some of these amendments, especially the one to Regulation 30, shall become effective from 14th July 2023. That is, on the 30th day from the notification of the amendment in the official gazette. Pursuant to this amendment, all the listed entities will be required to give disclosure of certain informations and events to the stock exchanges immediately after 14th July, that is immediately after amendment becoming effective. In this edition of podcast, we shall discuss about certain such amendments which are material in nature and now pursuant to amendment to Regulation 30 are required to be given to stock exchanges immediately after 14 July 2023. Let's have a look of what disclosures are to be given. In Regulation 30, Subregulation 4, Clause I, a new subclause has been inserted which speaks about quantitative thresholds to determine whether certain information is material or not for the purpose of giving disclosure to stock exchanges. Further, a subclause D has been inserted which states that if the criteria specified in earlier subclauses A, B and C for determining materiality are not applicable, yet in the opinion of the Board of Directors, any information or event is material, then disclosure of such information or event has to be made to the stock exchanges. Further, a proviso to subclause D has also been inserted which states that any continuing information or event which becomes material pursuant to notification of this amendment shall have to be disclosed by the listed entity within 30 days from the date of the amendment becoming effective to the stock exchange. Does this mean that all the continuous events and information pertaining to the listed entity as on 14 July 2023 shall become material information and need disclosure to the stock exchanges?
No, the wordings of the new subclause D are as follows. Any continuing event or information which becomes material. This means that the companies will have to apply the new quantitative materiality threshold as prescribed under the aforementioned clause B, as amended by this LODR Second Amendment Regulations 2023, and ascertain whether such continuing event or information is material or not as on July 14, 2023. If such events are found to be material only, then such event or information will have to be disclosed to stock exchange.
Okay, so it is clear that only such information which has already come into existence before July 14th, 2023 has to be disclosed. But next question is, what shall be the timeline for disclosure of such events to the stock exchange? I mean, will there be any transition period for giving such disclosure to the stock exchange?
Actually, the reply to this question is little ambiguous. The timeline for disclosure of any material information is prescribed in Subregulation 6 of Regulation 30, which has also got amended in this amendment, and the maximum timeline prescribed therein 24 hours from the occurrence of event or information. The above mentioned proviso in subclause D of clause I of subregulation 4 of regulation 30 says that any continuing event or information which becomes material pursuant to notification of this amendment regulations shall be disclosed by the listed entity within 30 days from the date of coming into effect of this amendment. So, a question arises that whatever material information which has already occurred and continues on 14 July 2023 needs to be disclosed within 24 hours of this regulations becoming effective, that is on 14 July 2023 itself, or can it be disclosed within 30 days thereafter, that is by August 14, 2023. Here, it is very important to determine whether the information is a continuing one or not as on 14 July 2023, and then to cross-check the same with materiality thresholds. The transition period of 30 days is given by SEBI to collate all other data relating to that information and disclosed in the format prescribed for disclosure under Regulation 30. Such continuing material information will be required to be disclosed within 30 days after 14 July 2023.
Okay, that is a great relief, at least to some extent. Now, the next question pertains to newly added subregulation 13 of Regulation 30. The said subregulation reads as, if any event or information is required to be disclosed by the listed entity in terms of provisions of this regulation pursuant to any receipt of any communication from any regulatory, statutory, judicial or enforcement authority, then the listed entity shall disclose such communication along with the said event or information unless the disclosure of the communication is prohibited by such authority. This subregulation requires the listed entity to disclose the communication received from any regulatory or statutory authority, etc., to the stock exchange, but it does not provide any timeline within which such disclosure shall be given. Therefore, a clarity is required about the timeline within which such disclosure should be given to the stock exchange.
To find an answer to this unclarity, reference has to be made to the board meeting discussion of SEBI pertaining to this board meeting dated March 29, 2023. On reading this amendment along with the board note, it becomes clear that whenever any company receives any communication from any regulator, etc., it should first identify as to under which para of Part A of Schedule 3 the event regarding which the communication is received relates to. If the event relates to Para B of Part A of Schedule 3, then the company should take a call as to whether the event and the communication received from regulator are material or not, and accordingly give disclosure to stock exchange. However, if the event relates to Para A of Part A of Schedule 3 and the communication from regulator is received before 14 July, then the company will have to disclose the same to stock exchange. So, as on 14 July 2023, if company has received any communication from any So, as on 14 July 2023, if company has received any communication from any regulatory or any other authority as envisaged under Regulation 30, Sub-Regulation 13, then disclosure will be required to be given to stock exchange depending on whether that event or information is falling under Para A or Para B of Part A of Schedule 3. So, for example, if SEBI has passed an order against listed company and its appeal is pending in Securities Appellate Tribunal and the amount of penalty which is under dispute is crossing materiality threshold, then disclosure will be required to be given on or within 30 days of 14 July 2023.
As per newly inserted Regulation 30A, certain entities like shareholders, promoter and promoter groups, related parties, directors, key managerial persons and employees of the holding, subsidiary and associate companies are parties to certain agreements as mentioned under Clause 5A of Para A of Part A of Schedule 3 are required to disclose to the listed entity within 2 working days about such agreements entered into by them. Further, the first proviso to Regulation 30A, Subregulation 1 reads as, provided that for the agreements subsisting as on the date of notification of the Clause 5A of Para A of Part A of Schedule 3, the parties to the agreement shall disclose to the listed entities about such agreements to which the listed entity is not a party, and in turn the listed entities should disclose such subsisting agreements to the stock exchange and on its website in the timelines as prescribed by the board, that is by SEBI. This proviso requires that the contract subsisting as on the effective date of notification, that is on the 14th July 23, shall be disclosed by the above mentioned parties to the listed entity, but it does not specify any timeline within which the company shall give disclosure about such contracts to the stock exchanges. It simply says that the disclosure shall be given as per the timelines prescribed by SEBI. So what shall be the exact timeline for disclosure of such agreements which are subsisting as on 14 July 2023?
Regulation 30A clearly talks about agreement pertaining to events mentioned under Clause 5A to Para A of Part A of Schedule 3. The events specified under Para A of Part A of Schedule 3 are considered to be deemed material events and therefore have to be disclosed as per timelines as prescribed in Regulation 30. Therefore, with respect to agreements subsisting as on 14th July, certain entities as specified above shall disclose the information to company before 14 July 2023, the effective date of amendment, and the company shall disclose the same to stock exchange within 24 hours of receipt of information. It has been considered that information relating to execution of agreements by certain entities is an information that has originated from outside the company. Hence, it is considered that information or event shall be disclosed in 24 hours as per the amended Sub-Regulation 6 to Regulation 30.
A new Sub-Para 7C has been inserted to Para 7 of Schedule 3. This Sub-Para states that in case of resignation of any key managerial personnel, compliance officer, senior management, or any director other than the independent director, such letter of resignation along with the detailed reason for resignation provided by the key managerial personnel, senior management, compliance officer or director shall be disclosed to the stock exchange within 7 days from the effective date of resignation. Is the company required to give any disclosure to the stock exchange in this regard as on 14 July 2023?
This disclosure shall be required to be given only by those companies in whose case resignations would become effective between 7th July to 14th July or after that.
The Sub-Para 7D inserted immediately after Sub-Para 7C says that in case if any managing director or chief executive officer has been indisposed or unavailable for performing his role, then for continuous period of 45 days in a rolling period of 90 days, then the disclosure in this regard along with the reason for such disposition or unavailability should be given to the stock exchange. What is the disclosure requirement for the company in this regard as on 14 July 2023?
In case the MD or CEO of any listed entity is unavailable at office or available on and off and in the past 90 days just before 14 July, the period of absence is more than 45 days, then the company should be required to make disclosure in this regard to stock exchange. So, all the above discussions bring it to our notice that listed companies need to identify or ascertain the above referred event or information for disclosure on or after 14 July 2023.
This is all about the disclosures to be given by the company as on 14 July 2023, that is on the effective date of amendment to Regulation 30 of SEBI LODR Regulations 2015 made through SEBI LODR Amendment, Second Amendment Regulations 2023. Please feel to write to us at mmjcinfo@mmjc.in about your queries and suggestions. Thank you for listening to us.